All right, Kenman here, and today my Kizer Momo, graciously given to me by my buddy Dave over the fishing trip, is going to get a customization KDK style. Let's go. Boom. Check this Momo out. This is the last time it will ever look like this. Standard issue 154 cm and aluminum. Gorgeous knife. Really fun. Just a beast. Let's customize this one out for me. All right. Not really sure if this is gonna work, but the way I look at this, it almost looks like we might be able to take the scales off without full disassemble of Johnny 5. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I might have to fully take it apart anyway, but here we are. Excuse me. Set for success. Dinner is served. Let's take this thing down. I'm going to speed up, time lapse through it, but basically I'm going to try to just take off the scales. Boom, boom, 2 screws, and just see what that does for me. But I'll speed this up real quick, and then we can get to the customization. All right. Boom. Well, that was easy. I wasn't sure it was going to work like that, but it did. Are those also 8s? They are. Oof. So got to take the pocket clip off from the inside. But realistically, fully took those scales off without having to take the knife completely apart, which is cool. Now, will it remain centered when I put it back together? I don't know for sure, but we'll try that like that and just kind of see if we can get by. So we have my 2 nice aluminum scales here from the Momo. I'm going to bring these to work with me, and we're going to do a little custom laser job. And away we go. And we have done it. Oh, this is going to be one of my new favorite knives. Look at this customization that we did. So buddy Dave gave this to me on a fishing trip. So to kind of memorialize, remember the trip, did a little topography map of the lakes that we were on. Kind of blends this knife in. I got it on the fishing trip. Put kind of the topography of the lakes on from the fishing trip on there. Makes it look real cool. Here's my test marks on the inside. Every piece of material that you use is a different setting. So you got to do a little test spot and a little hidden area that you don't see just to make sure it's going to work. I think it turned out great. Let's put this thing back together so we can enjoy it in its complete form. So this was an interesting one. The blade is actually still a functioning, basically naked knife, just no scales on there. We'll see if it holds true and has its centering all as needs to be here. The clip also is kind of different because you put the clip on the scale. Got 2 screws that are specifically for the clip there. So those go through the backside of the scale like that. Going to be a little tricky to line that up and then screw them down. So that's kind of a new design that I haven't experienced before, but it works. It's pretty slick. You wouldn't be able to adjust that clip once you've got it on there and got it together because it's going to be hidden on the inside, but it looks like these two screws, you just screw them in, get them tight. They'll be beyond flush with the back side of the scale, so they don't really get in the way of the function of the knife. And that's just, look at that, now it's on there slick. Okay, let's see if we can do this without any other issues. All T8 hardware on the Momo, which I appreciate. Even the pocket clip was the T8. The nice thing about the T8s versus the T6 is it's just a little bit bigger on the bit and the size of the hole and the threads of the sorry, the screw. It just tends to sit in there better, grab a little bit better. The 6s are a little smaller. They tend to strip out easier and not always loosen or tighten very well because they are smaller. And I think the 8s is just a universally words, Kenman words, just a better size. You can really get in there and just torque them down and get them nice and tight and not really be worried about them stripping out. Okay, we are complete. Blade is still centered. Oh, yes. Look at this. So let me get something we can wipe down the blade, get a nice look at my completed KDK Custom fishing style Momo with the topography lines on there, complete in the books. What does everyone think? You can get it from all the angles, wraps around the contours on there nicely. Very happy with this. I love the Momo. I've been talking about it quite a bit since I got it. I have 3 of them now, but this is clearly now the new favorite. 154 cm on there. Great blade steel, huge blade. Just going to get some work done. You can barely feel that texture on that laser mark. It's a clean, thin mark, so it doesn't really, you can barely feel it at all. Maybe not even at all. Sometimes you can feel them a little bit, but I don't know. I think it lined up good. A lot of interesting kind of variation of stuff going on. Comment below. What do we think about it? What am I going to do next? Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.